y'all. Like, it's finally here. We've planned this so many times, and it's kind of weird, but exciting, but also nerve-wracking.
I've known Haley for 12 years. I was very little. I didn't really talk to her for the first year. She reminds me. She's become an older sister to me and everything, an older sister. Well, Claire, I have Claire. Claire's an older sister as well.
I'm most excited to keep building our life together, to support each other as we grow and become our best selves. I think we really got a good thing going, and I'm excited to spend the rest of my life with her.
Brian's like, when do I stop smiling? You don't.
Haley and Brian have been together for a long time, early 2009 to be precise, when Brian transferred from Warwick Academy in sunny Bermuda to St. Mark's Catholic High School right here in Delaware. Brian, with his reserved personality, easy smile, mischievous eyes, and a shock of brown hair, immediately attracted the attention of a certain young lady in his junior year class. That young lady was Haley, an outgoing blonde-haired video game nerd with vibrant blue eyes and a smile that could light up a room. According to Haley, their first conversation was about Pokemon. Brian says otherwise. But what's important is that at some point during St. Mark's spring 2009 semester, they bonded.
He sat behind me in English class. And that's the official first day that we met, but he asked me to junior prom, and that's how we started dating.
Both ended up at UD and kept it going through there.
We both took a half day off work, so we went out to eat. We walked through Westchester, where we both live, and we went home, and we sat on the couch, and he was like, oh, let's have a glass of wine, like a midday happy hour. I was like, oh, perfect. And then Brian just goes up. He's like, oh, I'll be right back. I'm just gonna go grab something. And I wasn't paying attention because we just got home, so I'm trying to settle the dogs down. He goes upstairs and comes down, and I see him holding it. So I just start sobbing, and I'm just like, you're doing it now? And he said he wanted every day to be like today, where we're just together with our dogs in our house, just happy.
It was just a really perfect moment.
Car rides with Haley, where the most serious and silly conversations take place, from big life decisions to impersonations. One car ride, we were on the topic of whether or not I approved of her then boyfriend at the time. I said to her that in order for me to approve of who she was dating, they would have to do something extraordinary. Little did she know, I wasn't planning on ever approving of anyone, ever. No one was good enough for someone so nurturing, so caring, or someone who's always there for you. A decade later, that boyfriend accomplished a task I intentionally designed improbable. With time, he has shown he cares for my sister. With time, he has shown how much he loves her. And with time, he has demonstrated he will be there for her through life's ups and downs.
Together well. There's some times where we're in a room with people and everyone's talking. I look across the room and see you two like talking and looking at each other. And I think that's good. We like each other. That wasn't really worded well, but that's fine. I'm really happy for you guys. You guys seem really good for each other. Really excited to have you as a sister. I love you both and congrats.
I just want more of those todays. I want to be able to just live every day with Brian and see where life takes us. And if it has kids, I'm excited to start a family with him eventually. I just want to spend every day with him.
Haley and Brian, they complement each other in important and surprising ways. Haley, ever the extrovert, brings Brian out of his shell, while Brian keeps Haley mellow with a combination of snark and his calm demeanor. Sometime before the pandemic, Haley and Brian took a road trip to Nashville, Tennessee. And Brian, the better highway driver, handled that part of the journey with aplomb. It was a different story, however, when it came to parking in the city. Brian became so frustrated that he suggested that they turn right around and head back to Westchester. That's when Haley, well rested from the trip down, soothed Brian and took over the driving and parking for that city and each city on the rest of their road trip. Ever since this vacation, they've worked out a helpful system. Brian drives and Haley parks. For many, marriage can be seen as embarking on a new phase in life, one of partnership, growth, and love. This ceremony simply recognizes what we already know to be true, that Haley and Brian have grown and continue to grow together, that they have relied and will continue to rely on each other in the hard times, that they have been and are each wholeheartedly committed to this most important partnership, that they are family and that they belong together.
You two have already gotten through a lot of difficult parts. By the time Brian took on fatherhood of the dogs, we all knew this would be forever. Having known each other for so long, there is very little waiting to surprise either one of you as newlyweds. I've always been impressed with how well you two knew each other and how deeply you appreciate your partner. You two have truly grown to complement each other, and I know you'll make a great team heading into your next chapter.
Do you vow to share your dreams, your goals, your needs, your desires, and your aspirations, and work towards them together?
I do.
I do.
There's two more. So.
Oh, got it.
Do you vow to support one another in your shared commitments to the world and lend each other the strength to grow into the people those commitments require?
I do.
That was great. Do you vow to recognize and honor all the complexity and parts of the other, to support their growth and be supported, that you may wield your love to become your best potential selves?
I do.
Haley, do you take Brian as your husband and partner to have and hold in sickness and in health from this day until the end of your days?
I do.
Brian, do you take Haley as your wife and partner to have and hold in sickness and in health from this day until the end of your days?
I do.
Excellent. It's my honor. It's my honor to now pronounce you husband and wife. Well, Brian, what are you waiting for?
Hi, I'm John from PGP Wedding Films, and welcome to Say Yes to the Best, where we talk to the best wedding pros to give you wedding planning advice.